Recently, I set a goal to collect as many Pokemon as I could, but I don't want to catch them, I want to bring them to life. Today we're looking at Ponyta, but not just any Ponyta. This is a shiny Ponyta. In order to bring this Pokemon to life, first I have to trace out all of the shapes. I often use resources from Envato Elements for my projects. This video isn't sponsored by Envato, but I've used this website for years and I can't recommend it enough. I found this 3D model of a horse on Envato that I will be using to provide detail and texture. So Ponyta doesn't have a black nose like this horse does, so I'll have to fix that by blending this nose into the rest of the head. Now, I experimented with different options for the eye and I thought a more realistic approach might look cool, but it just ended up kinda looking creepy. I didn't change it right away because, to be honest, the whole piece kinda looks creepy at this stage. Things usually start coming together and looking good towards the end of the process, so I'll come back to it later. Now, I have an idea for how to create the flames that make up the mane and tail, but I'm not entirely sure how to execute it. So I decided to test my approach on this section of mane at the top. You might also notice that these flames are blue, not red. That's because a shiny Ponyta's flames grow brighter and hotter, making them appear blue. I start by warping this blue hair into the right position and feather the edges with a hairbrush to make it look more realistic. I spend a lot of time brushing out the hair to make it look more natural, but once I move on to the next step, I realize that I could have done less since most of it won't even be visible. I then use a fire brush to paint white flames over the hair and experiment with different layer effects until I achieve the result that I really like. And once that's done, I'll just be adding the overall color to match the pale yellows seen in Ponyta's original artwork. With this base coat in place, I'll just add shadows and enhance the features where needed. Everything is starting to come together now. Well, except for that eye still. happy with the way that blue fire turned out, I move on to tackle the rest of it using the same technique. I added shadows and highlights to the hooves as well, and now it's just making small adjustments here and there. Well, except for one last thing. It's time to finally fix that eye. Realizing that the original plan for the eye isn't going to work, I swap it out for something that is more true to the original artwork, and honestly, I'm very happy I made this change. It just looks so much better. Whenever you think the piece might be finished, it's always a good idea to take a step back and look over it once or twice. In this case, I realized that I forgot to add texture to the hooves. But once that's done, I've reached the fun part, adding the overall lighting and rim lighting that will really bring Ponyta to life.
To be the very best, but not like they've ever seen. Making them all, that's my true quest in my digital dream. Make them all, gotta make them all. I know it's my destiny. For real, they're coming alive in every pixel I can see. With tools in hand, I shape each one, bringing them all to life. To Charizard's flame, no details left behind. Make them all, gotta make them all. I know it's my destiny. For real, they're coming alive in every pixel I can see. Make them all, gotta make them all. I know it's my destiny. For real, they're coming alive in every pixel that I see. Make them all, make them all, make them all, make them all, make them all.
And there we have it, shiny Ponyta brought to life. Seeing it all come together in the end really makes it worth the effort. If you enjoyed watching the process, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Pokemon art.